Here is everything wrong with the Los Angeles Lakers in 6 minutes or less. LeBron James is having one of his worst defensive seasons of all time. There was a point in the season where the analytics of his defensive stats matched up to Dirk Nowitzki. This is completely unacceptable from a guy who needs to lead by example. Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, and Brandon Ingram are a great young trio that most teams would love to have. But when Magic Johnson and LeBron James started to hint at trading them for Anthony Davis, this was the beginning of the end. There is nothing worse than being a part of a franchise that isn't completely invested in you as a player. For a team that lacks extreme skill at the center position, sorry JaVale McGee, trading a promising young center in Ivica Zubac was very short-sighted. He was really having some fantastic games for the Lakers and is continuing that success for the Clippers. Meanwhile, Mike Muscala, the man they traded for, is averaging a measly 2.6 points per game. But hey, at least that's better than Skip Bayless.
A little bit too much juice, but Zoo cleans it.
One of the biggest issues with this team is identity. Combining the young players with LeBron James, nobody really knows what they are. Before signing LeBron, on paper it appeared they were in a rebuild, but once LBJ signed, that indicates win now mode. Plain and simple, win now LeBron was added to a rebuilding roster. While we have seen LeBron carry horrible rosters to the finals, the Western Conference is a completely different game. And as great as he is, age is becoming a factor. The Lakers did not add any shooters in the offseason. The best type of offense we have seen with LeBron is letting him be the main ball handler and surrounding him with three-point specialists. If only they had a guy in their G League system who has been a part of the team for 11 years and had a career 45% three-point shot while having multiple seasons of shooting 55% from three. I bet you that guy would have helped out a ton if only he existed.
Thomas Bryant. And now a three from Ingram off the inbounds pass is good.
The guys on this roster surrounding LeBron James make absolutely no sense whatsoever. They're all guys that need the ball in their hands to dominate. You have way too many playmakers on a team where your best player needs the ball in his hands to be the best he can be. You look at Lonzo Ball going back to his UCLA college days. When the ball was in his hands, he was fantastic. You try playing him off ball, it just simply is not going to work. Brandon Ingram, who's already playing out of position at the 2 spot at times, needs the ball in his hands to really operate. While Kyle Kuzma can be a face-up 4, he's somebody you want to beating the defender off the dribble, deciding if he wants to attack the basket or pull up for 3. And then you got Rajon Rondo, who has no business playing off-ball whatsoever. While all these guys are great, they're not great in this circumstance or this offense. And for that reason, man, I'm giving 10 L's. Is it time to be a little concerned about Lonzo Ball being injury-prone after only his second season? His rookie year, he only played 47 games and has now been shut down this season after only 52 games. While some players do take a bit longer to adjust to the grit and grind that comes with an 82-game season, people are already on the fence on if Lonzo Ball is the right player for this team at this time. You need your head point guard to play, especially in these crucial times of trying to find some glimpse of hope to take into the offseason. Kobe Bryant is the most loved Laker in their franchise history. For the longest time, LA Laker fans would argue about how Kobe was better than LeBron James. Now here in the year 2019, they are asked to put the argument aside and follow LeBron as he tries to lead their team. I've gotten the sense over the season that the majority of Laker fans have not truly embraced him. As great as he is, in their eyes, he will never mean more than Kobe Bryant, which is okay, just an issue when you have a player that feeds off of fan support. I know the media will state otherwise, but it appears that most major free agents don't really want to play with LeBron James. After the Lakers-Raptors game, LeBron whispered, "We'll be in touch" to Kawhi Leonard, as Kawhi just kind of ignored him. We were all certain that Paul George was going to the Lakers, but that never happened, and it sounds like players such as Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving have a better chance of starting something fresh with the New York Knicks, allowing Golden State to have money for re-signing Klay or Boogie. Don't be surprised if the Lakers end up skunking in free agency. The possibility is certainly there. Tampering. Anthony Davis 100% wants to be a member of the Los Angeles Lakers, but by the time he gets there, it might be too little too late. If the Pelicans didn't accept the Lakers' trade deadline offer, there is nothing they can do to get it done. If the Lakers wait for Anthony Davis to sign, by that time, LeBron is going to be regressing at even a quicker rate, not to mention all the young guys will be ran out of town by then. The Lakers need to hang on to their young core and wait for Anthony Davis. He'll be the opening of a new window, but the chances of this happening perfectly are very, very low.
We need to be better. We need to be a lot better.
I have no huge issues with Luke Walton. I still think he has a future in the NBA as a coach. But what is with NBA GMs putting inexperienced coaches alongside LeBron? It seems they are put there simply to take on the blame when things go wrong. Just once, I want to see a seasoned coach LeBron. I understand he likes to run things himself, but he has lost a lot of respect of their young guys on this team. They need to get rid of Luke Walton and bring in a coach to turn things around. Also, I'm adding an L due to the rumors of Tyronn Lue being the replacement.
I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
So now that we went over everything that is wrong with the LA Lakers, we are in the 2019 NBA offseason, and I'm going to try to fix some of the things this offseason to get this team back on the right track. So I think first and foremost, guys, we do got to look at the roster and the whole situation here. So LeBron James still has 2 years left on his contract. Kyle Kuzma is going to have a team option. Brandon Ingram, I believe, also has a team option. You got JaVale McGee, who is an expiring contract. Lonzo Ball, team option. So there is going to be a lot of money to, work with this offseason. Just, it all comes down to if the team can convince free agents to come play for the Los Angeles Lakers. Because contract-wise, man, a very good situation. So before we get to all that, we are going to go to the, I guess we're going to go to staff signing and see what the coaching situation is. You still have Luke Walton, 2 more years left on his deal, so we are going to fire him. And there's not really a lot of other great replacements as of right now, but like I was saying, guys, I want to see like a seasoned veteran coach this team. So while I know it will not be Greg Popovich, I am going to sign him just because I want to see what a coach like that could do for this team. So we are going to put him on the squad here, assuming he assigns, and he does. So he is going to be the seasoned veteran coach for this team, which is very nice. Next up, we have to go to the NBA draft. So as far as the draft order goes, it's not going to be completely accurate because start today mode in 2K right now is kind of broken. It like crashes your game, so I had to sim an entire NBA season. But yeah, we are given the 9th pick in the draft, which actually sounds somewhat realistic. So as far as players available in this case, I mean, we really do want a big guy, but I don't know if that's going to be offered up to us. So we got Keldon Johnson right here. His ceiling is Courtney Lee, and his floor is also Courtney Lee, which is a 3-and-D player out of Kentucky. So yeah, 40% 3-point shooter. So this guy right here, I'm actually already liking a lot because the 2 spot for us is kind of weak. Is, you know, a KCP's fine, I guess. Ingram's been playing out of position when he's healthy. So this probably makes the most sense. You get a guy that helps with the 3-point offense and also plays some defense. So you also got Jarrett Culver right there, who's also a sniper man at 44% from 3. Although I don't know if his defense is quite as good in this case. That ceiling, I have no idea who Saranis Marcia is. So yeah, we're not going to roll with him. And then, of course, you got like Charles Bassey and Bobo, you know, players like that. But in this case, man, we need some veteran guys at the center position. So I'm going to go with Keldon Johnson. He probably will come off the bench unless we don't get the free agents we want out there. But yeah, man, definitely not a bad route to go for this draft. So welcome to the team here, man. He has a 76 overall. Said 79, so I don't really understand that. Team player options, we're going to get all 4 of these guys back. And plus, we still do have Josh Hart out there, too. So, I mean, you know, Josh Hart can play some minutes at point guard. Maybe he's the starting shooting guard this season. Keldon Johnson, I believe it said he was like 6'6" or something like that. So, you know, we got guys that can play different spots out there to the best of the ability of the offense. So, qualifying offers, nothing with that. And then we get to free agency. So, before we go to free agency, let's make sure there's no, trade exceptions or cap holds holding us back. KCP, you know, I'm not really willing to pay him the money that he needs, so I'm going to renounce rights on him. Same with Rajon Rondo, as I do think he's a good player. I think there's better options for this team. Mike Muscala, that was just a failed project, so get rid of him. Andre Ingram, definitely got to try to get him back. Definitely got to try to get him back, no doubt. And yeah, Lance Stevenson, just don't really need him anymore either. So I'm going to hold on to those guys for right now. And yeah, let's look at free agency. So there's a lot of great players available. I do think realistically, man, priority number 1 is, Klay Thompson. I feel like that is the spot they need out there because you're going to get Kevin Durant. Yeah, he's great and everything like that. I mean, he's one of the best players in the NBA, man, top 2 or 3. So, but at the same time, you know, you have Ingram out there, you have Kuzma, and like I was preaching in the video, like those are guys you should probably hang on to. So, I am going to throw a nice size contract towards Klay Thompson, see if we can get him. Jimmy Butler seems like another guy that would probably join the Lakers to play alongside LeBron James, just because like their personalities I think would mesh very nicely. So yeah, we got Klay Thompson. Now to do that, we do have to renounce rights on some of these other guys out there, and it looks like we can only afford one of these guys at the moment. So I'm definitely going to go with Klay Thompson with my free agent signing. He just instantly fits right into the team. So yeah, let's get out of the moratorium period here and move on. So yeah, we got him still. And now we look at some centers. You got Ed Davis, got Dwayne Dedmon out there, Boban Bogdanovic. But this is the thing, guys. Here, actually, let's finish up free agency here so things will, go down, and then we can actually hit up the trade finder and everything like that after the season right here. So yeah, we got LeBron, we got Klay Thompson, you got Kyle Kuzma, you got Brandon Ingram. This is where it gets interesting, because one of these guys you are going to have to commit to a 6-man role, or you do some sort of trade and you try to get somebody out there. So I'm not really sure, man, how to handle this, because like I want to hang on to the young squad, so I think Ingram probably becomes a 6-man that plays about 30 minutes a game. Lonzo, we're going to stick it out with him. Josh Hart, Keldon Johnson. Yeah, Keldon's 6'6", so I think instantly he goes to the small forward position. But at the same time, we are going to want to have some guys out there that we can use for some trade bait later on to maybe try to get a better center, because currently we just don't really have a lot of great options right there. Yeah, it looks like JaVale McGee went elsewhere, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I'd rather get a 3-point shooting center, if I'm being honest. So like a Dwayne Dedmon, I'd be okay with him. We'll throw him a little offer. Patrick Beverley would be nice if we can afford him. Yes, we can, for a backup point guard spot. So yeah, we got Dwayne Dedmon. Okay, I can no longer afford Patrick Beverley, but that's okay. George Hill, I mean, I don't love him, but at least he knows how to play with LeBron. But even like Rondo, 78 overall, 4-star system, like his 3-point shot has gotten better. So I think I will try to get him just for a cheaper contract right here. And let's see, we got Rajon Rondo. Let's go back to some centers. I guess, what do we got, man? Tyson Chandler, still 76 overall. Just in case, we might as well get somebody like that. So waiting on that. And okay, what's going on, man? There we go, Tyson Chandler. Brook Lopez, like I'm still so angry that they were not able to get him, but or at least keep him, I should say. I know a lot of the Lakers insiders wanted to. It just did not really work out that way. What about like a Frank Kaminsky? He's probably a bit too much money. Yes, he's too much. Let's go back to available players, see anything else we can find here. Yeah, not too much more. I guess like a Zaza Pachulia, I suppose, would be good. Just a good veteran that you can play minimal, but at the same time, every now and then can play some minutes. So yeah, we're good to go with this. I still think some sort of trade is going to have to go down, but I'm going to go ahead, guys, and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. So here's a trade that I like quite a bit. Here it is. Moritz Wagner, a first-round pick, and Zaza Pachulia for Wesley Matthews, who is a great veteran. Somebody that's been big for the Indiana Pacers, actually, this season. And Jakob Poeltl, who was 24, a guy that's just going to grit and grind on the inside. Yes, he's not like an extreme veteran, but he was coached by Greg Popovich. And also had some great success on the Toronto Raptors. So that just gives us, like, man, a nice center rotation to go along with the rest of this team. So we are looking at Lonzo Ball, Klay Thompson, LeBron James, Kuzma, Dwayne Dedmon to start at center. Bench unit, we're going to go with Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Jakob Poeltl, Keldon Johnson. And I'm going to give some more minutes here to Rajon Rondo. And that is going to be our 10-man rotation, guys. I really think this team right here, man, definitely gets some things done, because not only does LeBron get his guy in Klay Thompson, but Klay's going to be great for the next, at least 6 more years. But you also keep your young talent. Yes, Ingram does go to the bench, but he's still going to get a lot of minutes out there anyway, so that should be okay. So by the time the LeBron James window closes, you still have the window of your young guys out there too, and while keeping LeBron James happy. So guys, let's simulate this season and see just how good this team can really do. So a record of 57-24, guys. One more game against San Antonio Spurs. Finished with a W on the season. 58 wins, man. I think definitely these moves we made here was a big part in the success of this. Of course it was, because they didn't make playoffs or whatever, but you know what I'm saying, man. So we are the 2nd seed in the Western Conference. Let's check out how these moves affected the player stats. So we do got LeBron James at 27 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Klay Thompson at 16, 3 and 3. Was expecting a little bit higher scoring, but there's some great scores on this team. Kuzma at 15 points. Brandon Ingram being a 6-man at 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. That's the one that I'm still kind of questioned about, because it's like, would he accept that role? I mean, he would need to, or they would need to trade him away, plain simple, man. So yeah, let's go ahead and simulate these playoffs. See if they can actually win the NBA Finals, as we have the first round against the Dallas Mavericks. And we up 2-1 against them, 3-1, and 4-1. Next up, the OKC Thunder with Russell Westbrook, of course, and Paul George, who've been fantastic in their own right this season. Tied series 2 games apiece, down 3-2, 3-3, and we lose in a Game 7 to the OKC Thunder. Which very well could happen. I mean, you know, we put this roster together here, man. I'm not saying it's championship material, but when you got LeBron and Klay Thompson on the same team, those are 2 guys that complement each other completely out there, man, like 100%. But the team is still extremely young. So, I don't know, man. Maybe at this point, LeBron James convinces Anthony Davis to come for a season. Then, of course, you got AD with Klay Thompson and LeBron. But then after that, LeBron James starts getting older, retires. You still got your young squad. Anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out.